I bet you got it twisted, you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the front, but I don't think they know it. Straight to the depths of hell is where them cowards going. Well, all you still down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils be sorry for the day they finally free me. I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride, hitting motherfuckers up when we pass by. Until I die, live the life of a boss player. Cause even when I'm high, fuck with me and get crossed later. The future's in my eyes. Cause all I want is cash and things. A 500, bands wanting flashy rings. Bitches pursue me like a dream. Been known to disappear before your eyes, it's like a dope fiend. It seems my main thing was to be major, paid. The game sharper than the motherfucking razor blade. Save money, bring bitches, bitches bring lies. One nigga's getting jealous and motherfuckers die.
Welcome back to the TRUTHSERUM podcast. I am your co-host PJDRIZZLE. Don't forget to like, comment. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, repost share to all media platforms. Don't forget to hit the post notification bell for future videos. And also go ahead and check out episode 53 and 52 on the YouTube channel as well. And I want to give the floor now to my guest that we have for today. You're gonna give a little introduction and 3 things about yourself.
All right, so my name is Dre. You can find me on Instagram at GasFetti17, GASFETTI17. I'm a single father. I'm a warehouse manager. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a rental car service. You know, I'm just a black man trying to do good in society and give my son a better chance at life than what I had.
Yeah, because that's all what it's all about.
Most definitely.
All right. So now we're gonna move on to the current events that we got. So the first one, you're a person that follows basketball, right?
Nah, not really. I'm not really a big sports fan. I like college football for the most part,
okay.
But I mean, as far as NBA, NFL, and all that, I ain't really big on them.
Nah, so you don't know some of the players that's out there?
You said some of the players?
Yeah, do you know some of the players?
Not really, not off the back of my hand. I know they got SGA, the Shai Gilgeous Alexander guy, or whatever his last name. I think that's his name. He played for Oklahoma City. He was the MVP or whatever. We wanted. I'm from Oklahoma City, so that's why I know about that, because I know they won a championship this year, and I guess he's a young guy who led them and all that.
Got you. Do you know do you know Klay Thomas?
That's somebody he played for the Warriors, don't he?
Yeah, Golden State.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay. What about do you know Megan Thee Stallion?
Yeah, I know who she is. She got free Tory Lanez, man. She got bro locked up, lied on him, man. He finna beat that time. That's one of my favorite artists out of the new age, man.
Yeah, man. It's crazy what she did to Tory. But do you know? Did you know that in news that Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion they just started dating?
No, I didn't know that. I mean, I ain't surprised. She done been around. You know, she probably gonna get in where she fit in, or wherever the bag look right, or whatever seemed popping. So I mean, that's not surprising that she found some celebrity who want to deal with her.
Okay. So what would you say for Megan Thee Stallion dating somebody like Klay Thompson? Would they last long, or do you think that it's gonna end quickly?
I mean, that's honestly when celebrities be getting together, I look at it did they just get together because they both was famous, or did they get together because they had genuine interest in each other? So I mean, with her dating a basketball player, to me that's I don't want to just make it typical gold digger, because of course she got her own bag, so she ain't really got to chase no clout by getting in a relationship with somebody else who's famous. But I mean, at the same time, she didn't go for no regular person just based off of their heart neither. I don't know a lot about Klay Thomas. I can't really speak on his character or none of that. But I mean, from everything that's going on with Meg and the headlines, and like I said, with the situation with Tory, I can't lie, I'm a little bit biased, because I like Tory as an artist, you know what I'm saying, and as a person, what I do know of him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can't really just look at Meg with a blind eye and be like, oh, maybe it's gonna work out. I mean, she done been with G-Eazy, she done been with Tiger, she done been with the Baby, she done been with Moneybagg Yo, she done been with Tory. You know what I'm saying? she done made her way around. So I mean, like if I was a woman, I don't know if I would be just trying to bounce in the industry and just be with all these different dudes who may be affiliated with each other or who maybe been hanging out or featured on songs or in videos together or at parties and all of that. I would want to disassociate myself from a certain circle so it don't look like I'm getting passed around, because I feel like as a woman, you have to try to hold on to your value and your mystique. But if you're a woman and you coming to me and I can holler at my partner to get some information about you, or I can holler at somebody who I'm already cool with or who I might be associated with to get some information about you, then I really don't even want you for the long term. But I mean, that's just my opinion. Everybody different. You know what I'm saying? Somebody want her forever. So that's just my opinion personally.
Okay. All right. So next question I want to ask you is, what's a beginner question to ask for someone just getting into being nosy?
Just getting into what?
What's a beginner question to ask for someone just getting into being nosy?
Just getting into being nosy?
Yeah. Like what's a beginner question for that?
Honestly, I don't know, because I'm good at minding my own business. So I mean, like a messy person, like let me try to think of something that somebody asked me that I can consider like messy or I can feel like they being nosy. Like I don't really know, like I don't know, just like a messy question, like what was the worst thing you ever dealt with, or the most toxic person you ever had, or how much money do you make a year, or you know what I'm saying, something like that, or I don't know, maybe if they wanted to dig into something like your background or just try to dig up some dirt on you. I feel like that's what nosy people do, is they look for something that they look for something dramatic or something that people are going to want to feed into that may not necessarily be positive, because people don't always feed into positivity. So if they being nosy, then they probably looking for something negative to be able to spread or to be able to grab people's attention, because negativity grabs people's attention a lot faster than positivity in most situations. So I would say it would have to be something negative or something that would feed into who you are as a person or your type of status or something like that.
Got you. And when you were giving me like those example questions, like were you speaking from just like the women's side or like both, like men and women?
I would say from men and women. I would just say generally, because I mean, being nosy or being messy, that's not gender specific, you know. Okay. So I mean, a man could be asking a woman how much money do she make, because he might be looking to maybe manipulate her out of that money. Or the woman may be asking how much money do he make, because she may want to find out how good can he take care of her according to the standards that she wants, or how much can she get him to do for her. Same thing, type of manipulation. Or somebody might be asking about your criminal background because they might want to know what you really been through in life, or what aspects you've seen of life, whether good or bad. So I mean, it can go both ways. I don't feel like they have to really be gender specific.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Were you somebody that like grew up like playing Uno, like in your life, like growing up?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I wouldn't say like consistently, like every year of my life I played it, but I played it as a kid, and I played it like in my preteen years. I played it a little bit in my teenage years. So periodically, it's been times I played the game. I'm familiar with it.
Okay, so like, would you say that you were a person that you won a lot of games, or like you lost a lot of games?
I'll win because I stay around. No, I'll win. I try to stay around and capitalize on the moments. I'm competitive. So I like making my siblings or cousins or whoever I'm playing with. I like being able to brag and boast. You know what I'm saying? That I did that. So I definitely I won. I'm competitive. I was the oldest child, so I had to be competitive. I had to set the tone.
Got you. So let me ask you this, because like now, like what they're trying to do is put Uno in casinos. So like, what's your thoughts on that? Like Uno being like released like in these casinos.
I don't really know how that's gonna work. Like, because honestly, I'm not a gambling man. I don't really gamble with my money. At certain times growing up, I gambled with my life a lot, which probably don't make that much sense, but it's the truth. But I'm not a gambling man, so I mean, when it comes to casinos and stuff, I'll stay away from it. Whatever games they got in there, I don't even want to know about because I ain't finna go blow my money on it. So, that's really my take.
Okay. All right. So last current event I want to ask you. I have a list of choices that I want to bring them about to you, and you only have to pick one. Okay.
All right.
All right. So the first one is be debt free. You hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. But you said being debt free. That's one choice.
Yeah. The second one is rent paid off for 1 year. The third one is $30,000 cash. The fourth one is 800 credit score. And the last one is marry a rich person you're not in love with. Which one are you picking? And why?
I'm gonna say for me, I'm gonna go with being debt free, because like I told you, I'm a business owner. And at the beginning when I started my business, I already had a good credit score. You know what I'm saying? I was already damn near touching 800. So for me, like I know what I would do if I could go back and move a little differently from starting my business with the type of debt that I accumulated and the amount of debt that I accumulated. So looking in hindsight, if I could just be debt free, I know how to do the rest of everything to up my situation. Because I mean, I'm not doing bad. You know what I'm saying? I got a salary job. I own a business. You know what I'm saying? I'm well taken care of. I take care of my son good. My finances, I'm not the richest man in the world, but I surely ain't broke. So if I could just be debt free to give me the opportunity to go back and make a couple of better business decisions as far as like loans and credit and stuff like that, that'll probably be my number one right there.
Okay. I did research, but prove me wrong. Your business is a car working with cars, like
yeah.
Like what do you do?
So I own a rental car service.
Okay.
You know, right now I'm currently operating through Turo, but I'm working on going independent to just be able to do it all on my own. I just started back in March of this year. So yeah, I'm fairly new to the industry. I'm taking some classes and networking with some people just to get all the ins and outs of the business and try to do it the right way the first time. And that's kind of what I refer to when I talk about how when I started the business and like I said, if I could go back and just be completely debt free, then I know a lot of different things that I would do right now if I didn't have the current debt that I do have. Which the debt that I do have is good debt because it's tied to my business, so it ain't like it's nothing that's breaking my back or that's really hurting me. But if I could leverage that a little bit better, then I really would, you know what I'm saying, take a little bit more advantage of it from what I've learned so far.
Do you have people like that's like by your side, like you have like employees that's with you, like partners?
No, I'm the sole proprietor. I don't have any employees or anything. I run the business myself. For the most part, I haven't scaled it to the point to where I need any employees yet. So I'm kind of taking advantage of the fact that I don't have to pay anybody out. I got a son. My son is 14. He helped me a little bit with the business. You know what I'm saying? I give him allowance here and there, but he helped me with little ins and outs, little stuff that I need to do. But I mean, it ain't really nothing major to where I really truly need assistance. I kind of incorporate him into the business because this is my first business and I'm going to start a couple of more. And by the time I start my other ones, I want him to be able to be a little bit more hands-on in this one because I kind of want to hand this one off to him once I begin my other endeavors.
Got you. These other businesses, like, what do you want to do? Like, are they like something that relates to cars, or there's something different?
Oh no, they different. So I want to start. I'm big on health and fitness. I want to start a holistic health. I want to start a holistic health business. Basically like supplements and home remedies and just like nutritional intake guidance. You know what I'm saying? And just teaching people the right herbs and fruits and stuff that you can be taking in order to heal yourself of a lot of the ailments that that you see that's going on in the world that we live in, to where like big pharma is getting all of the money. Big pharma is capitalizing on people paying them to live comfortably instead of people paying them for a cure. So it's a lot of stuff that's out there that grows in nature that we can cure ourselves with and not have to live with cancer or lupus or herpes or just anything that you can think of that people deal with and that people have to take medicine for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to help people make healthier decisions and then also not have to spend so much money to be comfortable for a lifetime when they can just be cured for a lifetime. So that's one of my other business ideas.
Yeah, because like for myself, like I don't like pills. Like I like herbs, and teas. So like I always like drink tea, or like I work out, and like I also like just lay down like whenever like I feel like lightheaded, or I just like I feel like a stomach ache or something. Like I drink tea. Like I don't go like after the pills, because like they have too many like side effects and whatnot.
Yeah,
so, like,
look. I got an empty mason jar right here. This is what I put my teas in after I brew them on the stove. So I know exactly what you mean. I got herbs in my cabinet right now that I use whenever I feel sick or whenever I got something going on. I brew me a little bit of tea and get it going.
What's your favorite tea?
Honestly, I don't have a favorite, because if I'm being completely transparent, the tea that I drink is for the purpose of healing. So whatever ailment it is that I'm taking it for, that's why I'm taking it. It's not necessarily like for flavor or anything. So it's not anything that I really like desire as far as taste goes, because I'm just taking it for the health benefits.
Okay.
So as long as they do the job that I need them to do to get me back to square one, then I'm enjoying it for the moment. And it might be a different square one every time, depending on if it's allergies or whatever it could be.
Got you. All right. So now we're gonna come to the point where like I'm gonna reveal the title of this episode, and this is also the 56th episode for today. And the title of this episode is "Exploring Life Through Food: Experiences from Home Cooks." And the first question I want to ask you is, how does cooking at home impact the nutritional quality of meals compared to eating out or consuming processed foods?
That's a good question, because for me, that's one of the main reasons that I cook at home, because I know what I'm putting into my food. I know how my food is being handled. I know how long this food has been thawed. I know how long this food has been cooked. I know how long it may have been sitting in the refrigerator or sitting in the ice box and all of this. I know that if it was cooked to the right temperature, if it was really done on the stove. I know that that I'm not eating something that I think is fresh, but maybe they cooked it a week ago and just tried to preserve it or do something to it to make it look fresh. So, I mean, for me, that's one of the biggest reasons why I eat and cook at home a lot, because I've gotten food poisoning a lot of times, just from inexperience, being around people who like to go out to eat all the time, or they always want to try new places. Because me, like if I go out to eat, I'm gonna go somewhere that I've already been a couple times. I know I can trust this place. I know that the food is good. I know I'm gonna get my money's worth. I know I'm gonna be satisfied with what I had. I don't really like checking out. Yeah, I don't really like checking out new places unless it's based on like reviews from like a trusted family member or somebody who I really know who's been there a while, or maybe like if it's a family member that owns the place. Perfect example. One of my cousins, he owns a restaurant off of Alameda, and that's one of the places that I like to go because I know I can trust the food handling over there. I know that it's not going to be an issue. I'm not going to get food poisoning. I know that I'm going to get a well-rounded meal, and that it's also going to be a satisfying meal. So, like, for me, I gotta be able to trust where I'm going, and if I can't trust it, then I'd rather just do it myself. And that's a big reason why I cook at home a lot. Like you see right now, I'm cutting up pineapples. Versus just buying them already chopped up from the store or in a can or something, you know.
Got you. Wait, so like what would you say is the difference between like chopped like pineapples and like you chopping up themselves like by yourself?
Me chopping it up by myself, I know for sure how fresh it is. You know, I know I just bust this pineapple up today. I know it ain't got a whole bunch of brown spots on it or a bunch of overripe spots on it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's being cut open on a clean counter because I'm doing it in my house on my dishes. I got OCD, so I'm very cleanly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know I keep all my surfaces clean. I keep all my dishes clean. I wash the dishes before I put them in the dishwasher. So I mean, I know I can trust the sanitation, and I know I can trust the food handling, and that it's a lower risk of bacteria over here. And I also know that, like I said, that this food wasn't old and just cut open at the last minute because it was finna go bad and just need to get rid of it. And that's what's going on a lot of the times in a lot of places where you getting food. It might be old or going bad and you don't know it, but they serving it to you like it's fresh because they want to make that money off of you.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you this next question. What strategies can be employed to reduce grocery expenses while cooking at home?
I mean, knowing the amount of how much food you're going to really consume, knowing what's going into what recipes, how often you plan on using those ingredients. Because I mean, I'm big on that. Like, I don't like to overstock, but I like to have enough stuff that I can use over a spread amount of time. So I mean, I'm big on that. Like knowing what I plan on cooking over a certain period of time when I get my groceries. Like when I put my list in or when I make my list, I know that if I get this much chicken, then this is how many chicken meals I plan on cooking before this chicken is too old to be cooked with again. So like for me, yeah, that's definitely a strategy right there. Is just knowing what you're gonna use, how much of it you're gonna use, and when you're gonna use it. That definitely saves money because a lot of people they just go and they fill the basket up, and then they put it in the kitchen, and then maybe at the end of the month they throwing some food away because it's spoiling, or maybe they bought too much and now they're not using it and it's going to waste.
Are you somebody that budget well?
Yes, very very well. So I'm very frugal. It's funny you say that because I've been called cheap at times, but the same people who would call me cheap, I see them blowing their money on stuff that don't matter while I'm investing my money on things that do matter or things that appreciate in value or things that really matter to me. And then they'll turn around and be asking me for financial favors. And I'm like, that don't make sense. Why would I help you financially when I just took these precautions to make sure I'm not in the same situation you in? Now you in that situation and you sticking your hand out to me. That defeats the purpose of what I just practiced for myself.
Yeah. Because like I don't understand like why people like would like call you like names and then like they're not like doing good on their side. Like it's just it's like how do you say it? Like it just they're basically making you feel bad to make them feel good in a way.
That's called misery love company.
Yeah,
that's what that is. A miserable person will project images on everybody else to make themselves feel better about them because they don't feel good about themselves. So if they can bring somebody else down to their level, if they don't have nobody positive around them that's giving them no upbringing energy to bring them out of that feeling, then the next route out that they got for their emotions or their situation is to try to bring somebody down to their level. It's kind of like crabs in a bucket.
Yeah. All right. So let me ask you this. How can cooking at home contribute to a more balanced and structured daily routine?
I mean, it all depends on your goals because like me, like I love working out. I love fitness. I'm trying to stay healthy. I tell people all the time, like I'm gonna live to be 107. And a lot of people think that I'm joking, but one of my great grandfathers, my dad's maternal grandfather, his mother's father lived to be like 101. You know what I'm saying? And he lived a pretty healthy life up until he got really up in age. But I believe like if you diet and if you cooking according to your fitness goals, if you're making sure you're getting the right amount of intake of all the nutrients that you need to give your body the resources to regenerate the cells on the level that you want, then that's a big contribution right there. Like, that's another thing about cooking at home. Like, I don't really do a lot of fried foods. I don't really use a lot of oil when I cook. For the most part, I'm baking or I'm grilling, you know. And that's just because I'm trying to be conscious and aware of what I'm putting in my body so that I can be able to expect what I want out of my body.
Got you. You said 107. Like, why that number, like, specifically?
Oh man, that's just a number that's been sticking with me ever since I was young, man. Lifestyle. It's a lifestyle thing. They go back with me to street life and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. And then, like, you said that you are a person that does like a lot of like fitness. Like, have you ever like come across like in your life like being a personal trainer, or you already are a personal trainer?
I mean, you can consider me a personal trainer. I'm not certified or anything, but I mean, if it was somebody who was willing to put in the time and the effort to get themselves together and they wanted me to advise them, I definitely could do that. Like, I built my own body. I started taking fitness seriously when I was like 20, 21, 22 years old. And at that time I'm 5'9" in height. At that time I was like 140 pounds. Yeah. So when I had reached my goal to where I wanted to be, I was 200 pounds and I was solid muscle, built it up for the goal that I was trying to achieve at that time, that's still like about like 20 pounds bigger than what I am now. But I mean, I feel like right now I'm at like 180, maybe 185, but I wear it well. Most people think I weigh a little bit more than what they say I look like I weigh more than what I actually am. But so yeah, I could be a personal trainer if I really had the time and want to put the energy into it. I just never really pursued that as a career.
Have like people that like close friends or family relatives like asked you like to work out together?
Yeah, most definitely. Me and my son, we work out together. He actually, like I said, my son, he's 14 and he's a football player. So I've been training and coaching him since he was a little kid and just teaching him how to properly work out and do his push-ups and all that type of stuff. So I mean, and then I got family members who would call me and ask me stuff. Like my sister, she just had a baby. So like, if she calls, she might call and ask me for some advice on what she can do to target certain spots for workout, just to get like to lose weight here or to tone a certain situation up, or I got other family members, you know what I'm saying, who just reach out to me and ask me just like, what can I do for this or what can I do for that, or what's the best workout, what's the best time, meal, all of that. So yeah, people definitely reach out to me for advice in those aspects.
Got you. Who inspired you like growing up like with like cooking and baking?
I would say for real, my grandmother, my mom's mom. Like she's the matriarch, and she really get down in that kitchen. Like I remember just being a little kid and like always going to grandma's house, and she when we go to grandma's house, she got some kind of baked goods over there, whether it's a pound cake or some cookies or some Neiman Marcus brownies or something. Yeah. And one thing I always look forward to when I go to grandma's house is some candy yams or some salmon croquettes, or even just something simple like pork chops. Like whatever grandma make, it's gonna be good. Yeah. Yeah. So I would have to say grandma.
You would say that like she be chefing it up like every time like y'all visit her?
Man, listen, every time. Whenever I go home, I always gotta make a video and put it on social media just to show off. Like look what my grandma made. I know my grandma love me because every time I go there, when she know I'm coming, she'll call me, what you want to eat? I got this over here, I got that. I'm gonna take something out the freezer. What you want? I have it ready for you when you get here. Like she just always was that loving, nurturing woman who want to feed us anytime that we come into the house. Like even if I just go over there, I might go stay the night at my grandma's house And in the morning when I wake up, I'm gonna wake up to her asking me what I want for breakfast. You know, so like people will be like, "Where you staying at?" Oh man, I'm staying at grandma's. I know I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna get some love. I'm gonna get a good home cooked meal. Be able to spend some time with my family. I'm waking up to fresh smells coming out the kitchen. So yeah, most definitely, she's somebody who that's what she be on every time for sure. If grandma ain't in the kitchen trying to cook something for me, I'm gonna be wondering what's wrong. I'm gonna go in there and ask her, is she okay? How's she feeling? Do I need to go to the store and get her some medicine or something? Is she all right?
Yeah. Now let me
that's
ask you
just
this,
her.
like you mentioned before that you said that you don't really put like that much like oils and like that much like bad like ingredients. So like how does your grandmother's cooking like make sure that you don't put anything bad in your health system?
See, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's when it comes time for an indulgence in moderation, and that's one thing that people also have to understand is like, true enough, a lot of the stuff that we take ain't the best for us, and we ain't supposed to have it all the time. But if you can do it in moderation, it's okay to enjoy it every once in a while. Because just like I told you, like when I go to grandma's, she might cook something for me. She might make me some fried pork chops and some grease, and she might make me some candy yams with some sugar and butter and all this stuff on it that ain't really that good for me. But I'm not eating that all the time. That may be 3 or 4 times in a year. Because like I said, I'm from Oklahoma City. I live in Houston, Texas. So if I'm going to visit my grandma, I might only go to her house 3 or 4 times out of the year. If we got a couple of family reunions, or if I got a funeral or something that I had to go home for, you know what I'm saying, or just some type of family event, then those will be the times that I really get to enjoy those unhealthy meals. But I mean, you can kind of think of that as like from the aspect of somebody who's working out. Think of it as a cheat day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it would be a cheap weekend for me.
Yeah. Seriously. So like how does that like let's say for example Thanksgiving, like do you also do moderation like during Thanksgiving, or like you go all out?
Oh no, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm really a big bag. That's why I practice being healthy when I'm at home and when I'm cooking for myself. Because in situations like that, like you said, holiday celebrations or family meals, when we get together, I'm going all out. I'm a big bag. The whole family know it. I'm the one who, after when they serve us, I go get my plate last. Everybody else get all their plates, and then I go get my plate. And then before I get my second plate, I'll make sure everybody else done eating. Because when I go get my second plate, some of them dishes in there are gonna be empty.
Yeah. Because look, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm with you on that. I do the same thing. Like, I wait until everybody gets theirs, and then like, I get mine like last. Because like I think I used to like get mine first, and then like they would just look at me in a different way. So like now, like I just get mine last.
Yeah, if I get mine first, I'm gonna feel guilty because I'm gonna feel like somebody else might not get to get some.
Yeah. All right. So next question. What are the biggest challenges faced by individuals who are new to cooking at home? And like some of those, the individuals could include yourself as well.
For me, honestly, coming up with different meal variations, and I say that because I'm the type of person, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I said for me, it would be coming up with different meal variations. And I say that because like I'm the type of person, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if I find something I like, you know what I'm saying, then I might stick to that. I might I might use the same seasonings for the same meat, you know what I'm saying, for a few different times before I start thinking about, okay, maybe I need to switch it up a little bit. Because to me, it was good. I ain't tired of it yet, so I might keep doing it. But yeah, for me, that would be the main thing is meal variations. Sometimes I might have to call and ask my sister, like, hey, how did you cook this, or how did you cook that? I've been cooking it myself, but I want to make it a little different this time. So I want to put the twist on it that you put on yours, so that mine don't. I want to have just a little something different this time. So that would definitely be a challenge for me. Is like I said, meal variation, or I guess becoming more creative with it.
Yeah. Like, would you say that you're somebody that like tries to like make something new like every day, or like eats like the same food like every week?
I'm probably more of a repetitive eater. Like I probably eat a lot of the same food every week. But I mean, if I cook, I may cook like 3 times in 1 week because
Mm-hmm.
usually when I cook enough. And like I said, it's just I'm in a 2-person household. It's just me and my son, so
Yeah.
I might cook enough for 5 people, knowing that me and my son gonna go in here. We're gonna eat our first plate, then we might go in here and get seconds, and then there might be a little bit of leftovers for the next day. So I might not have to cook until every 2 or 3 days. So even
Okay.
though I might be a repetitive eater, I'm not cooking the same thing every week. I might cook the same thing every month. Like we
Yeah.
might have baked chicken this week and pork chops. Then next week we might have something we might have beef tacos, and then we might have catfish. And then the week after that we might have shrimp, and then we might have barbecue chicken. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like for the most part, I only cook 2 or 3 meals a week. So we don't eat the same thing every week, but we may eat something close to the same thing every month. And I just have to switch up the seasonings so it ain't the same taste every time.
Got you. Now, would you say like that's a form of a meal prep, or like do you do meal prep?
I mean, I don't feel like I do meal prep in the conventional idea of it. Just saying, I read it.
All right.
I don't think I do meal prep like in the conventional idea, like where you see people with all their Tupperware and they getting all the meals together for like a whole week.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't really want to make nothing that I made it on Sunday and I'm eating it on Friday. I don't really feel
Yeah.
like that's really freshness like that. But
Okay.
I would say that like on the days when I told you I might make leftovers, I could semi meal prep because I might pack some of that leftover for my lunch that I'm gonna have tomorrow, or I might separate it all so that when I come home, all I gotta do is dig in this, dig in that, and I already got me a plate made, and I could just throw it in the microwave and warm it up. I know the microwave ain't the best way to heat your food up, but I mean we growing up in the space age, so
Yeah.
kind of grew up on that.
Nah, you right. All right. So let me ask you this. Can cooking at home be a form of self-care and stress relief?
Definitely, definitely, I think so. Um, I mean, for me, it's definitely a form of self care. Just because, like I said, I know what I'm putting in that food. I know how fresh and what quality that food is. So I know that I'm taking care of myself with what I'm putting in it and the ingredients that I'm placing in my body, and that I'm expecting my body to give me results back and productivity. So I would definitely agree. When it comes to stress, I'm not really a person who stresses much because
Okay.
my philosophy on stress is that it's only 2 kinds of stress. Um, the things that you can change and the things that you can't change. If you
Mm,
can't change it, then you have to accept it and stop stressing over it because there's nothing you can do. If you
mm,
can change it, then you need to figure out what that solution is and take action to eliminate that problem. So
yeah.
that's what I live by. So I don't really stress much. So I can't speak on it from an aspect of needing it to keep me from stressing or aspect of stress relief.
Got you. Let me ask you a side note question. Why do you work out? Like, what's the main reason of why you work out? Because everybody has like a different reason. Like, why do you like specifically like work out?
For me, I feel like I wanna always stay in my best physical capability. I always want to be prepared for any physical altercation or any
Hmm.
situation where I may have to be able to defend myself or those around me who I care about. And then I want to live a healthy life. Like I told you earlier, I want to live to be 107. So
Yeah.
I feel like working out is keeping your body in a form of homeostasis to where it's always ready to perform and it's always regenerating those cells that you're gonna need. So if you're working out routinely, then you're going to be a lot more healthier because your body is used to regenerating those cells and you're not holding on to a lot of the toxins that you sweat out whenever you get hot and you releasing that, the fat cells and all the stuff, you know what I'm saying, that keeps us unhealthy. So for me, that's one of the main motivating factors for working out. And then also the results. When you look good, you feel good.
Yeah.
So like if I can look in the mirror and I can see my 6-pack look good, my chest is poking out a little bit, my biceps is stretching my shirt out, you know, when I put it on, I feel confident. You know what I'm saying? I feel capable. So just as a man stepping out of my home, I feel even better knowing that I'm physically fit.
Mm-hmm.
And then also I feel like that's a great example for my son to see. So I mean, as a man, like I feel like that's a great example for him, that he needs to know that he needs to be physically fit so that he can feel better about himself, live a healthier life, be more comfortable, and be more confident.
Good. All right. So let me ask you this: how often do you eat out?
Honestly, it's rare for me. It's occasionally. Because I mean, I'm a bachelor, so I mean, I might end up on a date or something, or with somebody who I'm vibing with, and that might be their thing. They might want to do that. So I don't want to be like no negative Nancy and just, oh, we don't need to go out to eat. I might go every once in a while, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, or like if it's a family thing and they want to do it, or like if I'm traveling and it's the only option right then and there, if I don't really have the opportunity to cook for myself or to get a home cooked meal, then it'll be like that. But I could count on my hands the amount of times that I eat out yearly. Like I don't remember the last. I definitely don't do fast food. McDonald's, Burger King, all that. No, I don't even remember the last time I ate McDonald's. It's been years. So yeah, I'm not big on going out to eat for sure.
Now, would you say that like, do you have like a large or a small group of friends?
I would say I have a small group of friends, but I have a large group of associations. It's a lot of people who I'm familiar with, who I'm on good terms with, who we may not just be what you would consider friends, but we're not on bad terms. We're on good terms. We can still reach out to each other, say hi, you know what I'm saying, be cordial and all of that. And I got a small group of people who I really call my friends because I mean, I've been through things in life that just make you reevaluate all of your relationships. So at one point in time when I was younger, I would say I had a lot of friends, but some of the things that I've been through in life made me look at the label of friends just with a lot more precise scope. So yeah, I'm not really just quick to call somebody my friend anymore. So I would say I got a lot smaller group of friends.
Gotcha. Because like the reason why I asked that question, because like I wanted to see like how often like you do like boys' night or like friends night, and like you go out to like to eat like with your friends. But you said that you only go out, like if you're on a date.
Yeah, honestly, I just moved to Houston in January. Prior to moving here, I had only come here one time prior to that, and that was in December to look for a place to stay. I moved here for work. I got a job offer. They gave me a promotion, and I moved here when I accepted the promotion. That's how I ended up in Houston. So I don't really have any friends, and like all my life, I've been either a leader or a loner. I'm very authoritative and I'm a manly man and I'm very independent. So like I can go somewhere and start over on my own and not really need like a circle of friends or a real support system. So I mean, I can be very social. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I'm antisocial or that I don't get along with people, because I'm very versatile. I feel like I'm very likable. I feel like if you met anybody who knows me, they're not really going to have anything negative to say about me as far as who I am socially. But I'm just not the type to be dependent on a social life for the most part. Like I'm cool being by myself. I'm cool doing things on my own or moving on my own. So I'm not really dependent on that. I do love being with my family for sure. Like family events or whenever we can get together, or if any of them want to come down here to visit me, or whenever I go back home, or if we meet up in another state or something, just like traveling. Yeah, I'm big on that. But for the most part, yeah, I don't really have like no circle of friends. I don't really do no guys night out or just kick it with a bunch of homies or nothing like that. For the most part, if I was to really go out down here, it'll probably be with some family members who I've met recently since I moved here, or it'll be probably like with my coworkers, some people who work for me at my warehouse or something like that.
Okay, so you do have employees.
Oh well, yes. So I got two jobs. Like I told you, I'm an entrepreneur, so I have a car rental service, but
Yeah.
I'm also a warehouse manager. That's the position that I accepted from the corporation that I work for when I moved out here. So
Okay.
if you want to consider them as people who work for me or me having workers, then yeah, you could say that because they're my warehouse workers and my CSR that's in my warehouse. You know what I'm saying? I do have a crew that I have authority over and that I manage. But as far as like workers for my own business, no, I don't. I don't want to get it misconstrued or made it seem like I was capping or trying to make it like I was doing more than what I really am as far as my business and my entrepreneurship goes. Because like I said, that's really brand new for me. I just jumped in that field. So I wasn't gonna get on here and be like, oh yeah, I got people working for me, man. Boom. Like yeah, I'm a boss in very many aspects, but I'm my own boss in that aspect, and I don't have anybody who I'm being the boss over. Now at my warehouse, yeah, I'm the boss in there, and I have employees that work for me. So yeah, that's true.
Okay. And you mentioned like different family members and like you and your son. I wanted to ask, are you still cool with the mother? Like, do you have like a good co-parenting lifestyle?
Yeah. Yeah, me and my son's mother, we started out as like best friends. We just ended up
Okay.
messing around one time, and she got pregnant, and that's just how that happened.
Mm.
We was always good friends, and we just know that it's better for us to just be as friends and not in no relationship. But we don't have any issues, any bickering or quarreling or none of that. She's not bitter with me. We don't argue about situation with my son. Like I said, I got full custody of him, and me getting full custody of him is a verbal understanding between me and her. We didn't have to go to court for it. It wasn't no arguing or no back and forth or no, you gotta let him come live with me or I need to see my son or her keeping him away from me. None of that. It was just a mutual understanding that only his father can teach him. Well, I'm not even gonna say only his father because I don't want to make it like I'm the only person that can teach my son how to be a man. But since I'm here, I'm present, I'm capable and willing, that I need to be the one with the opportunity to teach him how to be a man.
Yeah, because like we need like more fathers being present like in this lifestyle because like there's a lot of like fathers out here that are just like deadbeats and like just leaving and whatnot.
Yeah. Go
No,
ahead.
you were saying? No, you're good. You were saying?
Because if you're not gonna be a father to your son, then YouTube gonna be a father to your son. These streamers and these people on social media, Instagram and TikTok and all that. That's what's raising the kids now. These parents is throwing tablets in their face. These single moms who are overwhelmed with all of their tasks and everything that they got going on in life. At the end of the day, they might just got off work, been working a whole 9 to 5, and they don't want to deal with the kids. So now the kids is on tablets and they playing games and learning whatever they see that's being unmonitored or unfiltered on social media or on these websites. And I refuse to let that be the situation for my son. My son ain't finna be no YN. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going for none of that. Like I grew up in the streets and I know what comes with the bad side of that. So I'm trying to prevent that for him and give him a better opportunity at life. I want him to grow up really to lightweight be a square with some knowledge of the streets so that he's prepared for it and he can't be taken for a fool by somebody that's in that life, but at the same time, not someone who's involving himself with it or taking those same risks or being in those same situations. So I mean that's one thing that I feel like as fathers that men should be taking on, because I mean, how can you bring somebody into this world or into a situation? These kids didn't ask to be here. These kids come to this come into this realm of reality based on our actions, something that we was doing for our own satisfaction. So if you wanna be out here making decisions based on your own satisfaction, your own desires, then you also need to be responsible for whatever comes out of that situation. And I'm real big on that. I feel like you got to be honorable about that because that's a representation of me. At the end of the day, how did that kid get there, or who's your father, or who's your mother? So if my son, if he's a representation of me, and somebody is asking him who is he or how did he get here, and he put my name on it, I want that to be something that people can smile about. I want it to be a positive representation with my name attached to it because I'm very prideful. So I don't want nothing bad coming out of me or my energy or any situation that is associated with me.
Yeah, man. Let me ask you this. Let me ask your opinion on because you mentioned like YouTube. like gonna be like the father like to these kids that don't have like fathers. So what's your opinion on these YouTube channels like I don't know if you heard of them, Blimpy or like Miss Rachel, like how do you feel about those like YouTube channels?
I'll say this. I don't know anything about those channels you just named. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their content is. So I can't speak on them specifically. But in general, which I hate to speak generally for the most part because I don't like to be generalized, but in general, I feel like YouTube and social media have become platforms that are giving a voice to perspectives that nobody should ever even hear or see. And when these perspectives are getting put on a pedestal to young, impressionable minds who haven't learned any values or any virtues yet, who haven't learned any life lessons, or who haven't been molded by somebody who can give them some real quality advice, they soaking this up like a sponge, and then they turning around and they're emitting those same ideas. And I feel like that's a part of the problem with the youth, is because they looking at this stuff like guys who really might have been weenies. Like people say bullying is bad and all of this. I'm not a bully. I never was. I was somebody who I'll fight a bully. You know what I'm saying? I was one of the youngest. I was one of the smallest in my group, and I was one of the youngest because I hung out with the older kids. But I wasn't never scared to fight somebody that's bigger than me or older than me. So I feel like a lot of the time you need only the strong survive. I feel like that's real. So a lot of the time you need for some of those weaker mind frames or those weird ideas or those weird people to kind of be weeded out so that that's not spread and created into a mass, because some of that stuff shouldn't even be duplicated. But with social media and stuff like YouTube and streamers, you got these dudes who really is weirdos and they just be in the house all day, maybe in their grandma's basement, playing video games, and they got this made up idea of what life should be or how things should go, but they've never stepped outside the door to get a real perspective or to bump heads with a real man or a real woman or a real life situation to see the way that things really should go. So they're just speaking from their unexperienced perspective, and you got kids who are taking their idea and running with it and living off of it and growing up thinking that this is the way that things should be and trying to create that as our new reality. And I feel like that's why we live in such a sensitive world nowadays, and why you can't say certain words or certain things that back in the day, in the older times, like in my parents' days and my grandparents' days, things that was considered regular and that it was just truthful and logic.
Yeah, because like, so in a way, like, would you say like it's like mind control and like brainwash a little bit?
I would definitely say brainwash. Yeah, I believe it to be brainwashed. Like the way these kids be so dependent on Wi-Fi and just want to be on their phone or on their tablet. Like when I was a kid, when I was growing up, man, we was going fishing, we was riding bikes, we was wrestling outside, we was playing football. We was picking up sticks and having sword fights. We was doing swimming. And, man, we was doing all type of stuff outside. It seemed like nowadays everybody's stuck to their phone, or all of these kids. If the kid don't got no Wi-Fi or if the kid don't got no tablet, they lost. They don't know what to do. Like I've seen people who their kids is going crazy, or their kid want to be on the phone or on the tablet at all times, even while they eating dinner. They eating dinner with the tablet sitting next to them, looking at that the whole time instead of engaging with the family. And then as soon as dinner time is over and you get away from the family, you back in the room on that tablet or on Roku or YouTube or whatever. Like I feel like real human engagement is something that's getting lost due to social media. So I would not just social media, but the attention that we give to electronics, period. So I definitely would say that, brainwash is definitely real. It's a distraction. Even me, sometimes I catch myself. I be having to put my phone down or just leave it on the charger and leave it alone, because I might sit up and be scrolling on Instagram or on Facebook for too long, or I might go there to look for something or to reach out to somebody and then get sidetracked or caught up in a reel that I'm watching, and then I go to the next one and I look up and it's been 15, 30 minutes went by and I only was supposed to come here for 2 minutes to send this message and put the phone back down. So I mean, Yeah, it's real. But I mean that ties into a whole deeper situation with all of that. Anyway, that's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Do you feel like another factor on like why they like are lost is that like they're handed these phones and tablets like at an early age?
Definitely. Definitely. And that's what I was meaning when I say it's a whole nother rabbit hole. These phones, it's been proven by different studies and research that every time when you touch the screen, the phone give out a jolt of dopamine.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know what that is, but that's like a chemical in your body, like something that's in like cocaine and sugar
Yeah.
and all of that stuff. It gives you an addictive sensation. And that's to
Mm-hmm.
keep you scrolling, to keep you on these sites and to keep you on these games and just to keep you engaging with the electronic instead of focusing on something that you could really be doing to add value to your character or to give your life a little bit more quality. Just like I said, like another type of distraction. So I mean, with a lot of these electronics, these tablets and these phones and stuff, it's definitely a big distraction to pull us away from real life and to just keep us, I guess, distracted from reaching our true selves and our true power, and to get an actual understanding of who we are and be in tone with our own divinity. So I mean, yeah, I definitely feel like that.
Got you. And this jolt of dopamine that you referenced, is this something that you could feel, or is like a phantom like jolt?
Um, that's a
Because
good question.
I never felt it myself. Like I be scrolling a little bit like here and there, and like I've never
Yeah,
felt like this jolt.
that's a good question. And I think for the most part, it will be phantom. I think it will be
Okay.
phantom, or it will be like if it was a feeling that we received, it will be subconscious, or it will be something that we've already gotten so much of it that we numb to it by now, but that we're
Okay.
still searching for it. And that's why we keep doing it. Kind of like a
Yeah.
crackhead. You know what I'm saying? They say a crackhead is always chasing that same high that they got the first time they smoked that rock, but they'll never
Yeah.
get that high again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they kind of chasing a phantom high. They felt it before, but they'll never feel it again. But they know where they had to go to feel it. So that's where they go and chase
Got you. Okay. Um. Wait. Let me ask you this. Does your 14-year-old son have a phone right now, or no?
it. Yeah, he has a phone.
Like what? No. Wait. What age was he given that phone?
Um, my son had got his first phone. My son had his first phone when he was like probably like 4 or 5.
4?
Honestly, I didn't give it to him. It wasn't my choice. If it would have been up to me, he
Okay.
wouldn't have it. Because I thought you ain't going nowhere where you're going to be away from an adult. So it's not really necessary for you to have a phone. But I mean, yeah, when he was real young, before he was in my custody, he had a phone when he was a little bitty kid. Now he didn't have a phone consistently. I think he had a phone when was like 4. Maybe he broke it or lost it, and then he didn't get another phone for a long time after that. But
Okay.
he's consistently had a phone. He's consistently had a phone since he was like maybe at like 11.
11. And then like
Yeah.
that second phone that he got you gave him that phone?
No. No, the phone that he have right now, I didn't give him. His mom provided that phone.
Okay. And then like what was the purpose of like giving him that second phone? Like was it like for like emergency calls and stuff like that?
Yeah, you could say that. It was more security purposes because he does ride his bike to and from school, and now he
Yeah.
does. So,
Yeah.
and even back then at that age, he was to that point. So yeah, it was more of like a security blanket type of
Okay.
situation. And then,
Okay.
but I kind of also feel like it was more so because everybody else got it. All kids at this age got a phone now, this and that, which I don't care what
Yeah.
everybody else doing. Like I told you, I've
Okay.
always been a leader, not a follower. So to
Yeah.
me, it don't matter to me what's trending or what everybody else doing. That's not a big influence or persuasion for me. But like I said, it wasn't my choice of giving him the phone,
Mhm.
and I didn't really object to it because, like I said, I'm not the type to go back and forth or make a big deal out of something if we can avoid that confrontation. If it's not necessary, then it ain't really. I'm not gonna feed into it.
Got you. Okay. All right. So the next question I want to ask you is um how do you handle food allergies, like when you go out, or like when you're cooking at home? Like how do you handle food allergies? Because you mentioned you got food poisoning before.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good question because actually I'm allergic to cheese. I have
Okay.
allergic reactions to certain dairy products, and a lot of the time when I tell people this, they be like, "Oh, so are you lactose intolerant?" And it's
Yeah, I was
crazy
about to
because
say
I'm
that.
not lactose. Yeah, no, I'm not lactose intolerant. Like I can eat cheesecake, I can eat yogurt, I can eat ice cream, but I cannot consume milk. Like if I eat cereal, I eat cereal dry.
Okay.
I don't put milk in it. I don't eat
Yeah.
any kind of cheese. I used to eat cheese when I was a little kid. I remember me and my little sister, we used to go sneak in the refrigerator and we pulled a whole block of singles out and we just be
Yeah.
eating the pieces of cheese. But at
Yeah.
some point in my life, I got to a certain age to where cheese would give me a reaction like nausea, mouth watering, throwing up, stuff like that. And then milk would cause like an inflammation in my throat and in my stomach, diarrhea, same thing, nausea, stuff like that.
Was it all types of milk?
Honestly, I didn't experiment. I didn't try all the different. It was dairy milk, sure. Now, if you're
Yeah.
referencing like almond milk or any other type of milks,
Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you. When I cook, I use almond milk though right now.
Okay.
So I mean,
You ever try
yeah,
like just like drinking almond milk like by itself, like without using it to cook? Like just try to experience like drinking it?
no, not really, because my whole perspective on it is if I don't like the original, why would I go for an imitation?
Okay.
That's how I feel. Like if I don't like regular real milk, why am I going to go look for something else that's supposed to be an imitation of that? Why would I want the fake version of this thing that I already don't like?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Like give
mean,
it a try or give it a risk.
nah, I'm cool on it. I ain't
No.
even worried about it. I can eat my cereal dry, man. I'll be all right.
Okay. All right. So basically, like you said that you're allergic to cheese. So like how so is that like how you handle like the food allergies? Like you make sure that you stay clear from dairy products?
Exactly. Like that's basically how I handle the food allergies. Like if it's something that usually you would put cheese in it, I just don't
Mm-hmm.
put cheese in it. Like if I get a burger, I'm not putting cheese on my burger. If we grilling, I have burgers, my burger won't have cheese on it. If we eating tacos, I'm not putting cheese on mine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just certain things, and then I'm gonna get, but like a lot of dishes that cheese is the main ingredient in, I just
Yeah.
don't eat because like nachos, for instance. I'm not just gonna get some chips and just put some meat and some sauce on them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so I just leave the whole thing alone. I don't even stuff like that. I just don't eat like nachos or lasagna or pizza, stuff like that. I don't look for an alternative to it. As far
Mm-hmm.
as like a cheeseless version, I just don't even eat the dish. It's other things that I enjoy that I could just indulge in instead of focusing on trying to find something that's the fake version of the cheese version.
Okay. All right. Next question. So how can you save money while still enjoying dining out?
Um, for me, by going to places that you're familiar with, that you know the quality of the food, that you know the quality of the food handling, um, because I feel like it's not so much about saving the money, but it's about making sure you're getting your money's worth. So
Okay.
if you go get a $20 plate, with that $20 plate, you enjoyed it. It tastes good. It got you to the point of satisfaction. You didn't get no food poisoning from it. You didn't get any kind of sick. The service was good, and you enjoyed it. Cool. If you go somewhere and you get $120 plate, which ain't something I'm gonna do often, because in my mind I'm cooking at home.
Well, that's too much
$120,
money.
yeah, $120. That's
Yeah.
like 2 weeks worth of food. You know what I'm saying? If I'm
That
cooking at home.
is.
So, but even still, if I was to spend $120 on a plate, I'm going to get my money's worth. It's going to be that
Yeah.
satisfying. It's going to be that delicious. It's going to be that high quality. You know what I'm saying? It's going to have that good customer service with it. So, I mean, for me, it's all about, like you said, how could you save money about dining out? I mean, the general answer for that would be just go dine out at cheap places. but them cheap places might not have a good quality of food. Them cheap places might not have the right size portion to satisfy you. So I mean, for me, more so, the way that I would think of I'm actually saving my money is I'm saving the value of my money by getting my money's worth out of whatever meal it is that I'm going to dine out at. And that's why earlier when we was talking about going out to eat, I told you, like, I usually will only go to places that I know I like, or that I got a good review from a family member or a close friend, so that I know like it's going to be worth the time and the money that I'm spending to go over here. Because one thing I hate is if I go somewhere and I spend some money on some food, whether it's $5 or it's $50, if the food ain't good, or if the portion is too small, or if I get sick from it, I'm mad about that. Because you've been wasting my time, my energy, and my money. So and you hurt my body. I'm upset about
that. Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this. Let me see if let me try to word this correctly. When you're choosing restaurants, like, how do you align it with your values? If I'm saying that right.
You mean with my values as far as like my perspective on the quality of food, or which values, or my daily values of me as a man, like my purpose? Like, I need you to kind of
like the quality of the food, like when you're going to that restaurant, like how does that align with your values of the quality of the food, and like you as a man also?
I mean, it depends on what I'm trying to eat at that time. Cause me, like, I'm big on stuff like ribs, brisket, gyros, lamb chops, seafood, stuff like that. So I mean, I want to know that the place is clean, that the food that they cook the food good. You know what I'm saying? That they really care about making the customer happy. You know what I'm saying? That it's big portions. Cause like I said, I eat a lot. So I want to be sure that after I eat this meal, that I'm not still going to be hungry or wanting to go get some more or something. So I mean, I would definitely say that for sure. And then also like the culture, the environment in the place that I'm going to. You know what I'm saying? Because like if it's me and my son, I don't want to go somewhere where he's going to feel uncomfortable, or where there might be a situation in there that is not age appropriate for him. You know what I'm saying? Or to where he might be exposed to something that I feel like he shouldn't see, or that he shouldn't have to deal with in life, or at least at this point. So I definitely would say that those are some of the contributing factors about when I'm making my choices as far as where I'm going, or what I'm gonna get.
Got you. And I didn't see that you mentioned, like, have you ever had like a bad, like, let's say host or like waitress, like, vibes, interaction?
Not that I can think of. Not that I can think of off the top of my head for reference. Because I'm a real peaceful person, and I don't shy from confrontation. So if it's a situation that I don't agree with, or that I feel like it can be better, I'm very outspoken. So if I go to a restaurant or something and I feel like the host is being rude, or the customer service isn't up to par, I don't have a problem pulling them to the side and be like, hey man, we kind of, we feel like this, or I don't know what kind of day you having. I ain't trying to approach you with no negativity, but I want to put this on your mind and let you know, like, our gratuity is going to be based on your service. So I just want you to notice, like, hey, I kind of felt this way when you did this, when you said that. And then if it escalates from there, I don't got no problem checking it or asking to speak with their higher up and nipping the situation in the bud. But for the most part, anytime that it's been that type of situation, we're able to resolve it, whether we get a different server, or whether that person kind of can communicate to me where it might have been a miscommunication or a misunderstanding that led to the situation that brought about the conversation. So, I mean, for the most part, I can't really speak on no negative situation where it was like a horrible host or a horrible server. I try to always mitigate them type of situations, or reduce it to the least negativity possible.
Got you. And like, how would you say like is your tipping habits? Like you're a good tipper on most occasions.
Yeah, I mean, if the service is good, I'm tipping like 15, 18% of the ticket for the most part. I mean, I
Okay.
don't really go
Hmm.
above and beyond unless I feel like they really deserved it. But I feel like
Yeah.
nowadays that a lot of people have made an entitlement to tips. And I remember growing up and seeing like my grandparents when we used to go out to eat like for Sunday dinner after church. We go to Golden Corral or something, or well, I can't say Golden Corral because that's a buffet place. But if we went to like a restaurant where there was a waitress or you get a tip or something, I remember seeing them just only leave like a couple dollars or $5 or something like that, and we might be a group of 6 or 7 people. So I mean, I feel like
Hmm.
in today's day and age, tipping has become something that people feel more entitled to, that they don't really feel like they need to work to earn the tip. And I feel like for those people who believe that, then if you feel entitled to that as a part of your wage, you just need to go work at a regular job with an already included base wage that you're comfortable with. If you don't feel
Yeah.
like you need to go out here and work hard for this extra money for somebody to give you on top of a service that they're already receiving, then you need to find something else to do. Because I feel like if I haven't ever been a waiter, but if I was a waiter and I wanted extra money, I would be going above and beyond, because I have worked in
Mhm.
customer service
Okay.
at certain jobs that I've had, and I've earned tips just because I take pride in, like I told you, I'm very prideful. So I take pride in the type of work that I do and in the experience that I give people generally, whether it got to do with work or anything. I take pride in the experience. I don't want nobody to be able to say nothing negative about me. I always want to be considered exceptional. So if I'm doing something, I'm going to make somebody feel good about the fact that I was the one helping them. So I feel like that's the type of idea that everyone, especially those who feel like they're entitled to a tip, need to have.
Got you. All right. So last question is when you go to these restaurants, what is like mostly like the environmental like impact? In that way, like what's the environmental like impact of those restaurants?
You mean like the effect
How's
of
how's the environment like is it like a calm, cool environment? Like you don't see any kids like running around, like yeah,
I would say
that.
I would say it's circumstantial. Like today is a Tuesday. We might go out if in a general idea, somebody might go out like today to a Buffalo Wild Wings or something to eat, and
Mhm.
it might be chill, it might be quiet, and maybe it's not no sport events going on. It might not be packed in there, but then they might go to
Yeah,
that same place on a Sunday, and it might be a bunch of people in there, or it might be some people like you said with some kids running around, crying or being loud, or vice versa.
yeah,
You might go somewhere else, like to a fancy restaurant or to a Papa Do's or a Morton's or something, and it might just be like some classy music playing in the background and in a more serene environment. So I mean, I feel like that's pretty circumstantial. The main thing for me, what plays on the environment whenever I go anywhere, is the cleanliness. Like I
mm,
want to see that it ain't no food on the table, that it ain't no food on the floor, that it's not like no sauce or no liquids in the seat. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be sure that everything around me is clean. The dishes, the silverware, all of that. That's my biggest thing, because I kind of got OCD. Like I like everything spotless. I like everything clean. So if I go somewhere else and I'm and I'm subject to someone else's order of cleaning, then I'm hoping that it's very up to par with mine. So I mean,
okay,
that's one of the biggest things is the cleanliness as far as the environment when I go somewhere.
got you. You mentioned two restaurants that I've never heard before. Padomos and Morty's. I don't know if I said that right.
Oh, y'all said Papa Do's
Papados
and
and what was the other one?
and then Morton's. That's a steakhouse, like
Okay,
downtown Houston.
downtown Houston. And the first
Yeah.
one too is it it's in Houston too.
Papa Do's, yeah, they got Papa Do's here. It's a couple of different restaurants. Papa Do's is more of like a franchise, but it's a well known place, like with some good quality food. They got good food. for sure.
What do they give? Like what does Papa Do's give?
They got like seafood, seafood, kind of soul food. That's not a place that I've been to often, but I have ate there and the food was good. And that's somewhere that I know a lot of people talk about. Like you hear that, you might hear that in songs, or people might say if they was trying to think of maybe top 5 places to go, they might mention that place. So I just know it's real popular. So.
And then that's something that you can only find like in Houston.
No, I don't think so. I think they got Papa Do's. I think Papa Do's might be like nationwide, or at least across a different couple places in the South. I think. Okay. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that that's like a franchise. It's like nationwide or something.
Got you. All right. So now we're at that point where we're gonna wrap up, and I do appreciate having you for this podcast episode. It was nice talking to you, and if you're interested, I would love to have you like for future episodes, if you want.
Yeah, I'm down for that. I appreciate you having me. I'm down for that. I definitely wouldn't mind elaborating on other topics and just speaking on stuff. I like having intellectual conversation or you know what I'm saying, thoughtful stuff. I don't. A lot of the time, people are trying to talk to me just to talk. I don't like when somebody talk to me just to talk because I'm not the type of person who is just going to try to think of something to say to talk. I'm going to talk because I have something to say. So I'll be open to that, just discussions and stuff like that. I'm down for that.
All right. And then, do you have like any like message or like advice like regarding to the topic that we talked about for the audience?
Not really. As far as like food goes, the main thing I would say is
it could be in general too.
You said what? In general, yeah. I mean, as far as like the food and the cooking at home, I would say I believe cooking at home is one of the best things to do for yourself, just because you're in control of your diet when you're cooking at home. You're in control of what you're putting in your body. It's a lot more healthier choice. You can do your own research. You can construct your own meals. You can put your own ingredients to it. You can make it taste the way that you want it to taste. It might take you a few times if you're new to it. You might mess up here and there, but don't get discouraged. I feel like it's definitely a healthier choice. And then in general, I would just say for people to remain positive, man. Always stay positive. Always stay optimistic. Don't be gullible. Don't just be vulnerable to anybody and everybody. But stay focused on your goals, man. Whatever you want, you can make happen in life. If you lock in and focus on it and buckle down. That's coming from somebody who's experienced it, who I done turned my life around from doing things that I may not have been doing, may not have should have been doing, to now being a single father, raising my son on my own, a single income home. Well, I guess you could say a double income because my entrepreneurship and then my 9-to-5 regular job. But I mean, I'm doing everything on my own, and I'm able, and I'm willing, and I'm not struggling to do it. I'm making it happen because I'm applying myself. So, I mean, I feel like everybody needs to hear that, because I feel like it's a lot of people out here who they might want more for themselves, but they don't know where to start, or they can't find the motivation, or they don't believe in themselves. But I mean, you just got to get up and say you're going to do it. Write it down, look at it, stick to it, and manifest all your possibilities and take advantage of them when the universe delivers them to your hands.
Got you. And I forgot to ask you this earlier. Do you see yourself like with your son's mother? Do you see yourself like ever getting back together? Like, do you see yourself like ever like getting back together with her?
Nah. We wasn't, like I was telling you, we was always real good friends. We was always real good friends. We was like best friends in the beginning when we first met and started hanging out. And we've always just maintained a friendship. A relationship just it's not for us. We just don't we don't merge very well when it comes to the dynamics of an actual intimate relationship. We just better off as friends. So yeah, no, I don't really see that ever happening.
Okay, got you. Do you have like anything that's currently going on in your life that you want to like shout out? Anything like coming up as well?
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, man, I own a rental car service, Get Around Solutions, aka Gas Vehicle Rentals. You can reach me at GASFETTI17 on Instagram. If you want to reach out and if you're trying to book a rental, like I said,
Okay.
I got the cars, man. I'm trying to scale my business. I'm going up from here. This is the beginning of my empire being established. This is the first business. There's plenty more to come. And it's going to grow. This move to Houston was really a great thing for me because, like I said, I moved for my job. It was an opportunity that I took. But once moving here, my eyes have been open to so much more opportunities that it's a lot coming, man. I got a lot of good things on the way, and I just want to shout out my progress as a man,
Yeah.
as a black man, as an entrepreneur.
Like,
Sure.
Yeah, do your thing. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So, don't forget to again like, comment, subscribe. We post shit to all media platforms. Don't forget to hit the post notification for future videos. And I did forget to say this. Our two other co-hosts is not gonna be on here. They're gonna come later on. It's just that they've been busy like with their own lifestyles, but they will come back sooner than later. And as we always say, the truth shall set you free, and it's a wrap.